Give our fan group a name.
But it'll be a really good short film.
It's recording.
No, wait. You gotta do it more elegantly than that. You gotta give it more respect.
Is there a way we can change
respect.
the genre this time? Because last one was more like African.
Oh, okay.
Is this called a membranophone?
What? That's a conga.
Conga?
Well, the membranophone is the larger group, so like all.
What is
drums-
this? What is this?
That's a conga.
It's I
It's
thought,
also
I thought,
a membranophone.
yeah, exactly. I thought a membranophone was anything that had like a
Yeah.
membrane like this.
Yeah. So it is.
So I wasn't
But this,
wrong.
I'm just a lot more specific. Yes.
You said you were right.
Now you can
Talking
do it
drum
'cause you were
theory.
there.
Okay, here we go.
Whoa! What is it good for? Sergio!
ABOPcast.
Introduce yourself.
Episode.
Podcast.
Episode.
What
Wait
is it
for
We
it.
don't even know. We don't
Wait
even
for
know.
it. Episode Fjord.
We're done.
This is episode
You
Fjord.
can't work under these
You
conditions.
can't make that reference ever again until episode Fjordy Fjord. And then it'll come out of nowhere and everyone will be like,
Oh,
shit.
what about Fjordine?
Yeah.
No.
Fjordy Fjord.
You need to say
Yeah.
before.
How about every
Fjord and
Fjordy?
Fjord.
How about every Fjordy? Like Fjordy 1, Fjordy 2?
Alright, we just lost all our viewers.
No, come back.
Come back.
We'll start with Robin. You introduce yourself.
That's what you just said my name. I'm Joe.
I am Luke.
I am a noob.
I am
a
Luke. I am here for. I'm very excited. Very excited to be here. Sorry, I watched Borat recently. Because it's such a good movie.
Yeah.
No matter what you
It's
say,
okay.
It's on.
it's a great movie. Like I had actually way more appreciation for it now watching it now. Than I
I'm
did.
Alex.
I'm Maddie.
And I'm the other Alex, who's apparently less cool.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a poll someday.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna lose. Nobody knows the fuck I am.
What?
Nobody
You're not
knows
gonna
who
lose.
it is,
Everyone will
yeah.
vote for you.
Well,
Spike.
Alec is gonna win. Actually, he'll be.
Yeah,
written
shit.
in-
Alec is-
to get him
The
right
choices
in.
are gonna be
Which
Alex
Alex
and
is Alec?
and they're gonna
Alec.
vote for Alec. Like in that video where it had Jordan coming in at the end, like that GTA video, and he told his story about how
And
Yeah, and
he
everyone's
got
like,
invited here. He got invited to Alec's house, but came here mistakenly, and the comments were, "Poor Alec." What the fuck? How is Alec the victim here?
We're stealing his friends.
We are stealing. We're cooler than he's is.
But it's literally it doesn't. I don't
Didn't
know.
he-
It just I think
I
it just
heard he
attached
apologized
like the
to you
sad
recently.
circumstances of Alec and like
I can go with them, maybe.
Yeah.
poor Alec.
I gotta make some mention that to you. It's like, hey, you match, come over, because I feel bad. I'm trying to steal your stuff.
So Max versus PCs.
Max versus PC.
Max. Why are they called Big Macs when they're like?
Max, what are they good for? Absolutely
Like,
not.
Everything.
Macs are actually Big Macs are actually like the second cheapest burger, like that, like
Big Macs are
regular
disgusting.
regular
They're
burger.
good, man.
I
thought-
Except the
I've
price
never
is
had
fucking
Big Mac.
stupid.
Well, yeah, especially because it's like it's a
Meal.
double cheeseburger essentially without.
With
Like, that's
a
what
bun
it
Yeah,
is.
but it's got better sauce.
But you can
Sauce!
get double cheeseburgers dressed like a Mac. They have a button on the till that says like a Mac.
Yeah.
That's just a 3 dressed up as a Mac.
But then you're just,
But
but then you're just spending $1.39 instead
Exactly,
of $4.
yep. Just get 2 double cheeseburgers. you're just being
Who
a
needs the
cheap
extra bread
piece of
anyway?
shit. The bread is where it's at.
The bread's shitty.
Dude, bread is like,
the bread
I
in a
will-
Big Mac is so unique.
That's how they make the grilled cheese. They take the 2 Big Mac
that
middles.
makes
that's
sense.
awesome.
I've never
Cheese in the-
considered that.
That's
before. That makes
fantastic.
perfect sense.
Yeah.
They make grilled cheese at McDonald's?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Wait, what? Yeah.
They
My,
did-
my kind of fat cousin would always get them.
I know they make it at like Dairy Queen, but that's like actually on the menu.
It's also on the menu.
It's on the menu.
McDonald's.
It's
Is
one.
it
It's a
really?
kids meal.
Oh,
item.
okay, maybe that's
Oh,
why.
okay.
But you can just buy them singly. I think they're like $1.20, which is ridiculous. Why don't you just get it like a cheeseburger? It's the same fucking shit.
Alright, the lights are off.
The lights are off.
Oh, it's fun. I like the system you have set up so that there's like a warning for all lights go out by
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah.
So Alec, we're in Alex's basement, and he doesn't have like switches that
Normal
leave the lights on until you turn them off. No, he has timed switches, so their only options to leave lights on are set it for 60, 30, or 10 minutes. So after 60 minutes, it will turn off all the time, and there's nothing we can do about it.
At least it's a good note for how long we've been doing this for now.
I
Now we
guess.
know
That's
true,
exactly
yeah,
when it's
so
gonna be
as
an
soon as
hour.
Yeah,
lights
but
go
there
off,
are
it's over.
easier ways of letting us know the time. I don't know, setting a timer instead of having all the lights shut
Maybe
down.
looking at a fucking clock. Like,
Yeah, you need a clock down here, I think. That's a better system than having the lights shut down and turning this into pure anarchy.
how is the clock gonna fix the light shutting off though?
It's not. Just
The
still.
arm will ding it.
Arm holding. Okay. I killed a woman.
Good work.
No, yesterday I went cold calling, and then I went around like cold calling. If you don't know what it is, I go to people's houses and I ask them if they want stuff. In this case, it's painting.
He's a Mormon.
Yeah. In this case, it's painting. So now I walked around and I did my cold calling. As I was walking up to my car, a house that I had gone to, a woman was being pulled out in a stretcher. There was like an ambulance and like paramedics were pulling her out. There was like a fire truck and a cop car. And it's like, I cold called her house. I caused this. She probably fell down the stairs and like had to call Life Alert or something. It was ridiculous. It was all my fault.
That's pretty.
Did she like
weird.
not come to the door?
She came to the door.
Okay.
And then as soon as she closed the door and you heard this faint scream, but didn't think much of
I
it.
didn't think much.
He had cold calls to make.
I did. I have a business to run. Also, I said upstairs how much I hate dogs. Because they bark at you.
No noise.
Oh, that's what they do.
No, it's like, okay, so you guys don't know a lot of cold calling, but like you go up to the door and dog barks, because that's just how it works. You've been to people's houses where they have shitty dogs.
Or any dogs.
Any
mostly.
dogs
any
at all. But that's no excuse for the dogs. So they're at the door, they're holding the dog back, they're like, what do you want? Like trying to it's not my fault, it's your stupid dog's fault. Like, don't get mad at me as you're holding your dog back from running outside.
Don't bump. My fault.
No, keep going. I'm just seeing if it'll make cat noises.
Okay. So, I have a question. Do you think that it is, if a dog does that, if it is indicative of a shitty dog?
I'm sorry. Carry on.
I asked you guys a question.
So
So,
funny.
what is so funny?
He's
on the fucking cat.
Cat up to the mic.
He's holding the cat.
See if it'll make cat noises.
Say a cat noise, cat.
The cat will make cat noises.
Pull its tail, it'll make a cat
any
noise.
other noise.
I'm sorry, falling.
But yeah. Okay, so that's the question.
Yeah, okay. I think that some dogs are just that bad, though.
Well,
Little ones, it's
lots
like, what
of
the fuck are
dogs
you gonna
just
do?
want to get at you to be like, hey, it's a person. Awesome. I love people.
But no, I know
You
curious
should learn
dogs.
social behavioral
It's
norms.
Exactly, right?
You know what? I guess you could shoot the dog with like a
I was
water gun
thinking
every
of
time.
that. But the thing is, it's like Jordan's dog is really nice. Like you come up to the door, it'll be like, oh, I'm curious. Like it's okay if the dog's curious and wants to know who the fuck you are. But if they're gonna bark at you, that's like when you have someone over and like your kid runs up to the door and starts screaming
barking
at them.
at them.
And starts fucking screaming at people.
Yeah,
If your kid runs up to the door and starts screaming at every visitor, you are a shitty parent because that kid is shitty. Like it's the
Yeah,
same
but
with
that
dogs.
never happens, though.
I don't think
Exactly.
No,
So
that
why
happens.
should it
That
happen with
happens.
dogs?
That happens. You have to happen where a kid
Not
runs up,
literally.
literally comes to the door when you arrive and just starts.
I don't have kids that come into my fucking work and just walk in and go, ah! They're having fun. I'm like, shut the fuck up. If you're having fun, be like, this is fun. Yeah, good work, Mom. High five. Not fucking scream at the top of your lungs. It's not a good social
I guess
way of
as
dealing
you
with
probably
things.
think, oh no, they're drowning or something too.
Yeah, well,
right?
I mean, it's the instinct, but then at the same time, it's more of just, oh, shut the fuck up, kid. I'm not going to save you from drowning if you're that loud.
And
Well-
if there's a kid who cries, screaming, and then
It
he's
should sound more
eventually
like,
drowning.
Yeah, if it starts as an it goes to a gargle, then I'll be like, yeah, maybe I'll take
Maybe
it.
I'll consider checking it out.
Yeah. If you're a screamy ass bitch, you can die. I'm sorry.
I don't
Being
envy
fooled
I don't
by-
envy the job of a lifeguard. I think it'd be
It's
like,
awesome.
I think in order to be a really good lifeguard, you need to in a busy pool, you need to be constantly super vigilant on everything.
That's why I'm not at a busy pool.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Because
literally,
you only ever have to keep track of maybe 15
Which pool
people
are
in
you
the
at?
pool.
Beep.
Body, dude.
That's not getting on the fucking thing. Nobody can
Sure.
hear that. Yeah, but yeah. And so it's quiet all the time, which literally the only problem with lifeguarding as a job
Well,
is
it's 'cause,
that
like,
if
2
you
meters
fuck up,
wide,
somebody
no one's gonna
dies.
show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you might have PTSD after a bad day.
And then, that's what they tell you in the training is like, they ask, well, what's the worst part about lifeguarding? And I was like, probably boredom. They're like, nope, you fuck up, someone dies. I was like, oh!
It's an important point to stress,
Which
though,
is
during
totally
the screening
true.
You failed
process.
that question in an interview, it looks like.
No, it wasn't in an interview, it was in training. But,
After you got hired,
Yeah.
thank God.
yeah, so-
Yeah, then they found out I was a psychopath who didn't care about the lives of children after they hired me.
Only when they scream. Right, so.
They have to quietly drown, and I'll save them.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Use your
without a doubt.
inside voice.
And if they're running
Okay.
on deck and they go down, you're done.
I can imagine that's why lots of
You
like,
wait until
like,
they're quiet. You're like, okay, okay, cool. I can with that. Good to go.
At West Edmonton Mall, the lifeguards are always such dicks because they're like,
That's
Yeah,
because they aren't
so
lifeguards.
busy.
50 feet
Or, well,
away
you
from the
burn
wall,
cola.
fuck you, don't go near the deep water.
Are you talking lifeguards or are you talking slide attendant bitches?
Lifeguards.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably the lifeguards because the slide attendant bitches are so bad at their jobs that the lifeguards have to deal with bullshit
'Cause
like
they're-
every 10 seconds.
Do you remember the
Really?
chick who quit at Crispus from my job, the fat
Yeah.
lazy one? She is now
Oh,
working
she's
there.
perfect for
She's
it.
a slide attendant.
She's literally
yeah.
perfect for it because they do nothing but sit at the top and slide. Some of them pay attention to the little green light that's like, all right, you can go now. Some just fucking sit there and go, I don't give a shit. And kids are crashing into each other and they're like drowning in the pool. And shit. Like,
Just a pile of dead kids at the bottom.
Pretty
like,
much,
oh,
yeah.
go.
After a while, nobody keeps drowning because there's so many dead kids built up that it's shallow enough.
Yeah, but then the dead kids, like, they start crashing into dead kids, so they die, and then it makes the pile grow even more.
Yeah.
Because then eventually the dead kids start going up the slide.
Yeah, the slide.
And then, like, after a long shift,
Go
it's like
in.
the kid tries to go down, but then only goes a foot in. And it's like, I can't. There's dead people wedged all the way up this
And
slide.
the janitors have to come in with like a huge plunger and just
No, they have a big vacuum just for that. They hook up to the end of the slide, and it's like a super industrial vacuum that just sucks everybody out.
And then they burn them, and that's how they fuel the place. That was
Apparently, it failed. It fails like certain
Health
health
code,
checks.
dope. That was
Most
a
schools
recent
do,
addition. No, we don't fail.
Really?
Shit. No,
Well, you
it's
probably
so
do know.
strict. No, like nowadays, shit
Hotel
is
pools
so
are different.
No, I think any
Hotel
I think
pools
any
are terrible.
municipal pool
Yeah.
will have
Yeah.
a lot like they'll be a lot more
Yeah, city
Because they
pools.
get
responsible?
sued so
Yeah,
fast.
city pools, you don't fuck around.
private pools. They don't necessarily
Yeah,
give a
you
shit.
can do whatever you want.
Like, I will never swim in a hotel pool because my dad monitors the hotel pool, like, his work, and he's like, yeah, if the water's foggy, don't go in. Because it's not the way it's supposed to be. And they won't tell you to fix it or anything, they'll just let it be, because they don't want to waste money on hiring pool people.
Yep. Well, because they don't have people doing water
Yeah.
tests like every couple hours like we do. So
Every couple hours, nice.
every 4 hours. Yeah.
Well, it's still, like, yeah, that's more than I thought. I thought it was like a weekly thing.
No, yeah, it's every 4 hours.
Have you ever seen poop in the pool?
Not in my pool. I've actually never, even swimming, I've never seen a kid shit in the pool,
Neither have
which
I.
I'm amazed at. Because there's protocol for it and everything, but ours is so small, we don't get that many kids. That
Have you had a
like,
puke in the pool, though?
I haven't had a puke in the pool, but I saw it another time when I was swimming
Because,
like,
yeah, I
years
puked
ago.
in a pool once.
Luke has his hand
No,
up.
no,
Yeah,
no,
you don't have to say it.
I was young. I was swallowing chlorine water. It was gross.
I'm just saying. No, I think in order to, if people want to say they have something they want to say to add to the conversation, putting their hand up makes sense because it doesn't necessarily disturb the podcast.
That's
Like
true.
you point
Unless you're like-
attention to it. But I guess it's less relevant now because the conversation almost like died out regarding it. But I went on a field
Your
trip
fault.
to the pool when I was in grade 6, and somebody pooed in the pool
Yeah.
before we arrived, and we all had to go back, and it was
Nope.
the shittiest
Oh
field trip
yeah, I
ever.
think you told me.
Although
Literally
actually,
the
we went
shittiest
on a
field
field.
trip.
We went on a field trip to the dump one time.
Yeah, we did.
Someone pooped at the dump, and you had to go home.
Yeah, hold on for us. Couldn't swim in it.
They dumped at the dump.
Dump.
Yeah, that was that was my favorite question during the lifeguarding interview. Is all right, somebody poops in the pool. What do you do? But that wasn't the entire question. It was all right. They detailed the whole thing. They're like, you have a fecal incident. And I was like, all right, cool word. And then they're like, so it started out solid. I'm like, okay, good. It started out solid. But then kids have been stepping in it for the last 5 minutes, and now it's covering 1/3 of the pool floor. This is a written question on the interview.
How big of a shit did that kid
Yeah,
make?
and it's now covering 1/3 of the pool. What do you do?
What a monster shit.
Yeah, I was like, okay, what kid steps in a piece of shit for 5 minutes and covers the whole pool?
Yeah,
with it?
he'd have to be making an effort. It had to be
Yeah,
the kid who
That
pooped.
sounds like an inside job.
Yes.
Pushed it.
in the pool.
But yeah,
They wanted to. There was oil under the pool.
Yeah, I was like shocked by this question because normally the answer is you fish the poop out with a net. Literally, you fish the poop out and put it in a garbage
And then
can.
you have to close the
And then
pool.
you close it down, you whip up the chlorine like really high for a little while and shit. Yeah, and shit, good one. But yeah, this, I was like, I have no idea. Like, this is the equivalent of like completely diarrheaing everywhere. So I was like, well, I want to just write you cry or something like that.
You should have
What was
drawn
the
a
answer?
picture.
Oh, I don't know, because it was like written
No,
and they
Robin
didn't give me
still
back the
doesn't
answer. But yeah, I wrote down like 10
Still-
steps of like clear everybody the fuck out, get everybody to this, fish out whatever you can, raise the chlorine, that kind of stuff. But like, yeah,
Did you get it right?
I
That'd
get
be-
tired, so I'd assume so.
That'd be awful to like have somebody diarrhea in the pool because certain types of diarrhea come out like water with
Yeah.
poo flakes.
Yeah.
And if someone did that in the pool, and it would be like virtually undetectable.
And then you open your mouth in the pool, and there's poop
Oh,
flakes in your
God.
teeth, and you're like,
Fuck.
That sounded really weird.
That reference happened.
Well,
I was waiting for it.
What if somebody poops at your work, Luke? What do you have to do? What's your protocol?
That happens.
Did it?
Well,
in our staff washroom,
yeah.
people will come in and then use the washroom and then like poo everywhere and then just be like, thanks, sheepishly, and then fucking book it out of the store.
Some people don't like flushing. I don't understand what's wrong with it.
No, sometimes it's like you people could like just make a little bit of effort and it would make a world of difference to us who have to clean up the poo.
Yeah.
Like
They don't give a fuck about you, though.
they
That's
don't
what it
though. They
boils
just want
down
to leave because they're first of all they're humiliated and second of all they're selfish. So
Well, I get. How do you miss the fucking toilet with
like
your poo?
like someone brought their old
Some people don't like
decrepit
sitting down on
mother.
toilet seats.
That's
Just
true.
decrepit, basically dead mother in to the bathroom, and she didn't go in.
She was moribund.
She didn't like guide her in like to the bathroom and help her. She just said, "All right, mom, you can do this." She clearly couldn't do this. She could barely exist as a living human being by herself, let alone poo, let alone bend down and poo on a toilet. And they left. Like she was in there for a long time, and then finally, by the time they both left, the daughter had left and bought a pair of underpants from somewhere else. And came back with underpants to give to her mom, and then they left. And turns out she soiled the shit out of her old pants, left it in a grocery bag. No, I might have not have been in a grocery bag, just like balled up behind the toilet. And it's like, Jesus Christ, oh, you gross.
That's why it's about, like, at my work, we have a staff washroom, obviously, because we're just in, like, a little kiosk or whatever. But it's like at least, like, 2 times a shift, people will come in and be like, oh, can I use your washroom? It's like, nope, you absolutely can't. Go in the main store. And it's like, we kind of have to tell them that, but it's like, great, I don't want to clean up other people's shit. Yeah. And like, the minute my boss says, like, hey, go clean the washroom, it's like, all right, see you later, I'm not paid enough. I'm not cleaning a toilet.
That will be when you quit.
Oh, yeah, no, yep.
Yeah, I literally, that's the best thing about cleaning the pool. I grab a hose. I don't go anywhere the fuck near the toilets. I hose it down from about 5 feet away, and I don't wipe it down. I leave the toilet seat covered in water.
There's drains everywhere.
There's drains everywhere, so the water just runs right off. It runs into the drain, and I'm not touching that fucking toilet. The story that like scared me about it the most was the guy who was training me. He's like, you ever cleaned a toilet before? I'm like, well, kind of. Like, I've run a little brush around it. He's like, no. You ever really cleaned a toilet before? I'm like, I guess not. And he's like, you haven't lived. Well, what do you mean I haven't lived? He's like, you have not lived until you've cleaned the word shit, written in shit, off a bathroom door. So somebody literally like dipped their finger in shit and wrote the word shit out as if the guy was like, huh, what is this? And he's like, oh, I guess it's shit.
And it's not like you'd be able to just like do it once and then use it to write the whole word. You'd have to write 2/3 of S and then go in for more, finish the S, start the H, go for more, and do like 7 scoops to write the whole entirety of the word
That's
shit.
probably how that started. Is they accidentally got poop on their hands and they're like, well, I'm
they're like,
oh
shit.
anyway. I don't have anything to lose at this point.
My worst poop story, from someone else.
We already did poop stories.
We're still poop storying now.
Cast.
You guys know Southgate, their washrooms, they don't air condition them, so that's really shitty. So I'm sitting there in the washroom waiting for like a stall, and they're super busy, and this one old Asian guy goes in. I'm like, okay, I'll just wait for him. He finally comes out, but he's like, I notice he's tracking something brown with his shoes, and I was like, it's not even worth it anymore. So he's tracking poop out, and like the stall's completely fucked up. So I just walked down and was like, I asked another person, hey, where's the next bathroom? And then I had to wait till it got.
Why didn't you go in and just look? That would have made the story 30% better at least. Because then there's poop.
I did look. I did look.
Poop shoes. No, you avoid the poop shoes. Avoid the poop prints.
I saw the poop prints, and I saw like the side of the toilet, and was like, no. I'm sorry I did not act in the moment for the story later.
You didn't go
in
in
like
Instagram it. Some filters.
Sepia.
Sepia.
Septic.
Plan for that.
You're knocking the chair down.
No,
We're gonna break the chair. These chairs suck. Don't.
The weight of 4 feet is
No,
not
but
more
these
than
legs
a
are gonna
person.
go. I've seen it happen before.
It just did. Whoa.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Shane broke it once.
Shane.
You don't know
Like
him.
mini Asian.
No.
Oh, I finally switched into web dev. That's cool.
What? What do you mean? Oh, you're in the web dev stream?
Yeah, I'm finishing up the video semester, and then I start web dev next semester.
Cool.
Have you guys seen Twitch plays Pokemon?
Yes,
That's
we watched
awesome.
that today.
It's so
It's-
good.
I can't stand it.
Oh, it's
It's
great.
so hilarious. It's like
when I
it took
started,
them like a half hour to leave a building,
Yep.
and they left the building, and within a minute they were back in the building.
Okay, so don't ruin it for me. I haven't seen it. What is it?
Okay, what it is it's Twitch plays Pokemon, so they have Pokemon, except all the inputs are being delivered one at a time by the people in Twitch chat.
Yeah.
So it's like everyone puts stuff in, and people keep like hitting start and
To
fuck
try and
everything up.
exit.
Yeah.
And people are constantly having to press B to make sure that they don't exit.
Mhm. So it's like they got a level 34 Charmeleon, I think, just recently, and then people released it. So they don't have it anymore. It's like, no.
No
Why
Pokemon?
would you do that? They have like a level 44 Pidgeot, I think, was the best one when I left to come here. But yeah,
They must
no,
have done
it's
so much
great.
grinding.
They've been going on for like 5 days or something now.
Yeah,
4
at
days,
least
5
4
days, yeah.
Do they get a lot of money from that stream then?
Probably.
because it's
That's
like
pretty
it's
brilliant.
been costing like 70,000 people
Mhm.
watching.
Because who's
That's
who's
awesome.
just do
It's
it
such
for
a
5
good
days
idea.
and not like.
It's such a good idea in that it's like a
Mhm.
horrible idea, and whoever made it is completely aware of it. I hope.
I bet
Like
that guy just goes to the cage and he watches and he's like, losers.
You know how?
Oh, so it's
Like,
like macro
rolling
commands.
money.
Like if it sees that's entered in this Twitch chat,
Yeah.
it like it does the thing. I
Yeah.
thought it was
So
someone
it doesn't
watching
in
going
order.
like K.
No,
No.
because there's like 1,000 a second. Like,
That's why
so
it's like
your character's
impossible
like,
when they're trying to cut down a tree. You have to walk up, face the tree, hit start, go down, select Pokemon, go to the Pokemon that knows cut, select it, go down to cut,
So they can't
hit
cut
A
down the
again,
tree.
and then cut it. And it's like, I
Has
can't
it ever happened?
They have to have at this point.
Really?
They've gone past it, but it's like it must have taken them
No,
hours.
when
to
I
get
when
it
I started
lucky
watching
enough.
them for the first time today, they were in a gym where it's like there's a movement puzzle where you keep touching arrows that push you around
Yeah.
the room.
Oh yeah,
And-
like Saffron City.
Yeah, and they kept like, of course you're like, no, just go down. It's like up, and they restart the whole thing again. It's just like
Saffron City's pretty.
it's
fun.
too painful to watch. I can't.
How are they gonna get past that gym leader? That's.
Especially since they
Yeah,
released
I
their
have no idea. It's
main
gonna be
Pokemon.
ridiculous.
Oh my god.
It's awesome.
I brought something.
Yeah.
What'd you bring?
I brought.
Yeah, it was actually really surprising.
That was really fun. I couldn't believe I found it. I didn't think it was a real thing.
Yeah.
But I ordered it like I think a couple weeks ago, and it came in the mail a couple days ago. I was waiting for this moment because I knew we were doing.
Why
a
is it
podcast.
back there and why is it hidden from me?
Because I decided to
It's
hide
cool.
from it. I brought Power Thirst.
You did? I bought Power Thirst in the mail.
When
like,
did you buy Power Thirst?
for my
What?
stepdad a few days ago.
Oh,
It hasn't come yet.
okay. Well, I
That's
brought
cool.
it. It's really neat.
That's
It
just
came.
purely
It was weird.
coincidental.
It came in a package and it said Alex
We don't
Logan
believe.
on it.
I don't think I
So-
believe you.
Wait a minute. This is my Power Thirst.
It's your Power Thirst.
Oh.
Let's not draw attention to the fact that Maddie committed a federal.
Federal-
Hey, when did you get it? Oh, they come in a Ziploc?
Like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
ago.
they came in a London drug Ziploc.
10 minutes ago.
Well,
like an
before
hour.
we
It came
started.
in an hour ago.
Yeah.
Sydney brought it in, and I was like, "What is this? It says Power Thirst on it. I should open it." No, I shouldn't. It's federal. Ah, fuck it.
Oh, shit. Well, I was going to be like, I'll just give it to him for Father's Day, because Christmas is over.
Father's Day is a ways away.
Why don't we
isn't it?
use
He's
it?
prepared.
We can try one, although you're supposed to take it with, like, Perrier or some sort of club soda like that. Otherwise, you mix it with water, and, like, who wants a water?
Who the fuck wants Power Thirst? I can't imagine it's
cool.
very good.
I don't know what it is.
I watched some
It's
people
literally
drink
just
it.
Kool-Aid.
They said it was okay. Well, it actually is energy drink, though.
Yeah,
There's no
It's legitimate
nothing
energy
other
drink.
than sugar in there.
No, there's sugar and caffeine. There's caffeine.
There's
I found- I
caffeine.
found the caffeine. But it was
Caffeine.
hiding.
Acid.
Acid, just straight up acid. There's LSD
Straight up
in there.
LSD.
Oh, I was thinking of like.
You were so
fruity acid.
confused.
I know,
I was
like,
like,
well,
what
I
are
told
the
Power
chances?
Power Thirst. What do you buy Power Thirst? Why would you even think to buy Power Thirst?
'Cause Power
I
Thirst
still
is the
didn't.
shit.
I didn't know.
I didn't know it
you
was
could
a real
actually
thing.
buy.
I know. I watched the Power Thirst video randomly because it was like related. And I was like, oh yeah, that. And then it was like, you can buy it. And I was like, I know people who would like that. Now I've got presents.
Okay.
You can give them each one packet, so that's like 18
Yeah.
presents.
It was like $12 for this. And
Did the water bottle come free, or did you have to?
yeah, they had like a bunch of packs.
We can make our own water bottles like that.
Why don't we make our own?
Yeah,
Power
apparently you
Thirst?
can. You can just like
It's cheap. I'm
come
sure
up with an idea. The video goes viral, and now you do it. So we'll do 11 drunk guys alcohol.
Like shot glasses or
Yeah.
something. Just buy plain shot glasses right on with a
Right, like
Sharpie.
11 DG.
and then
Yeah,
sell them for
11
sell them
that's
for
it.
$9 each.
You know what the thing is? We could probably get away with selling really shittily made goods and just brand them.
Absolutely do that.
No,
Get really
no, we
drunk
made
all
sure
day.
that
You
they
just find a
didn't sell,
manufacturer
right?
who's like.
But those are
just
good
gonna
made
label
goods. We have to make
shit
shitty made goods.
Like, comment, subscribe if you
Like-
want a shitty shot
Like go to
glass.
Dollarama, get those those neon colored plastic shot glasses, and just write 11 DG on all of them, and like $1 you get
Sell
20.
solo
of them.
cups that we like do the My Solo Cup thing where you like scratch your name in? Or just
Scratch,
like,
like-
dicks and
Yeah,
stuff.
like faggots and shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I can draw a pretty detailed faggot.
draw you like self-portrait.
Pretty much.
It's good. Breaks the joke.
I take my my influences from fandoms, from like our fanfic, and I just make it me making out with Luke, and it's really nice.
Wait, no, it was me and Alec.
Yeah, I know, but they
Don't ruin
The
this.
hot
Because
ones.
They wrote one about
no,
me.
there's
and
a
they
reason
just
they
haven't given
pick
it
you
to me
two
yet.
because you're the two most like.
Gay.
Gay.
Well, I don't think that's necessarily it. If you break the chair, you're buying me a $500 chair.
Remember when I broke your chair?
Okay.
You're buying me a $500 chair.
That chair was broken forever. I don't even remember breaking it. You just told me I broke it, and I got really, really
I
upset.
have no idea what you're referring to.
When you were in your parents' house, and I like broke that leather chair, and then you kept telling me that I broke the frame and like bent it, but I don't remember doing it.
There was a like one of those leather, kind of like this, I guess. So imagine like it has one of these, except it's metal. Basically, this snapped.
This is great
half.
audio.
Okay, it's like an office chair, kind of, where it's like it's got the
But
one
it
metal
had like a
rod
circle
holding it up.
instead of like it didn't have wheels. It was just like
Yeah, and it had like a metal rod holding up. You just snapped the metal rod, and the whole chair's like.
I don't remember doing that. I just
It was
remember everyone
funny.
blaming
We
me.
were in the basement, and you're like, wee, and it's like. It's not really your fault. I don't know how you could possibly snap a metal bar unless it was weak before.
Well,
so
come on, I've been lifting.
He's swole.
Swole.
I've been waiting for Nick to come down here.
Yo, what's going on?
There is
Fuck.
some rap vocabulary that I'm not completely familiar with, like flexing. What does that mean?
Oh, straight flexing.
What does it mean?
It's same as
It's on
frontin',
Instagram.
basically. Yeah, if you're on Instagram,
It's the same as what, sorry?
frontin'.
Okay, I don't know the
Frontin'
definition of
me.
frontin' either.
Frontin's like you're putting up a front. Like if you're acting all tough and shit, and you're not actually
okay.
big and tough.
Oh, that's flexing.
That reminded me
That's
of
flexing is a little bit of the same thing. It's not exactly the same, but like flexing's. Think of flexing your muscles, showing your
Okay,
shit, but
and
it's
then-
figurative.
And then like swole. I don't know.
Swole's like if you're really
You're
fucking
ripped,
yeah,
jacked.
you're ripped. You're
Rip jacked. Okay.
that's not even rap vocab.
That's just, yeah,
Well,
that's like
yeah.
mostly
Well, I've
gym
heard
vocab.
swole
Yeah.
before in like a rap song. That was
Okay,
cool.
That made me think of one time we were playing Scrabble, me and my family, and as it turns out in the official Scrabble dictionary, they've got a fair amount of Jewish terms, like Hebrew terms that people can use. I one time, I don't even remember what the words was specifically, but I remember like I found a word like schmoigen or something, and I was like, what's the definition of schmoigen? And it's like, a young spelkin. It's like, well, that doesn't fucking help me.
Did you look up what Spelkin was?
No, well,
That's an
An
old
old
boy.
boy.
That would have made the
It's an
story
old
30.
spelkin. I really want to get the cat. I want to turn on the treadmill and hold the cat above the treadmill and see if we can just lower him onto it and get him to start walking on the treadmill.
He'll be
He's gonna
scared by the
scratch the
noise
shit
before.
out
Yeah,
of
he's gonna be like, and then go. No,
That'd be hilarious.
No, I heard
This is what cats do.
That happened from your cat today?
Yeah.
My
I
cat
know.
is a
That's
sweetheart.
happened to me. in a
Don't
long
go to
time,
Luke.
but-
Don't go to Luke. He's a bastard.
Luke is a bastard man. Because Luke is a bastard man. Did you see that episode of Sunny in Philadelphia?
No.
Have you guys been watching it a lot?
I've
Yeah,
seen
watched it
most
all,
of
yeah.
the series, yeah.
I don't watch a lot of it.
I
either.
still haven't started.
I just watched Dayman and like a few clips here and there.
I watched the first episode of True Detective, and it was really, really good.
Really? Because they only have 4 episodes, and I've
So
heard there's so
far.
many good things.
And
And
there's only-
show
there's
4
only-
episodes in be that fantastic that you're like,
Breaking Bad.
Breaking
was
Why
like
Bad.
not? Why not? If a movie
Dexter
is like,
was-
you can have a movie that's
Yeah,
like an hour and a
movie that's
half,
like
and
really
you can
fair
have
enough.
love the movie.
Fair enough. It
Even
just
like
seems
a
like
movie
it's
10
not
minutes,
common
it's
in
crazy.
It's a mini series. It's only, I think it only is gonna have 6 episodes.
I couldn't be more pumped.
Who's it
for the
made
next
by?
season
Like,
of
where
Game
is
of
it?
Thrones 2.
Is it on TV or the web?
Dude, it
It's
looks
on
like it's
HBO.
gonna be awesome.
Okay.
HBO's good.
Game of Thrones. Still haven't watched any of it or know any of it.
Yeah,
man,
same.
I
it's
really don't want to
awesome.
commit to Game of Thrones.
Why?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I don't want to.
I don't understand. I've watched
like
I've
half
seen
of
the
the
first
No,
season.
have
It's
you
not
seen
fun.
the trailers for it for the new season? Like how could you not be pumped up and want to see it after watching?
Because I don't
it?
like
Shows.
watching TV.
I'm not pumped by it.
I don't really like watching TV either.
The
Well,
thing
you
is,
don't have to watch it on TV. Watch it on the computer and imagine it's a web show.
Web
Even
shows
then, I
are
still don't
worse.
like it. It's like it feels like a commitment to even watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's
I know.
Like, this goes against what I stand for.
I don't
We
like.
all
any
hung
band.
out and watched
I think TV's
Arrested
really
good.
Development in the summer.
That,
Yeah, but there are exceptions.
no, it's yeah. I don't.
There are exceptions because like that is literally my favorite television show ever, and it might be yours.
I
Arrested
think so.
Development.
I can't think of a better television
Wait, what
show. Arrested
Game
Development.
of Thrones.
The problem, I don't know. Game of Thrones is
Yeah,
like
it's-
the first episode was like, whoa, this could be cool, and then
Dads.
Yes, this is the
Yeah.
best show ever.
Okay, I want to watch the Fox trailer for Dads.
While you do that, I'm gonna take a leak.
Should we pause?
Okay. No, we don't have to pause.
There
This
ain't
can be
no
cut out if
pausing.
we need to.
Thing is,
I know.
I don't like TV,
You're
but I'll
gonna
watch
pause
anime
the
any day, which makes me
podcast.
like I think TV's super lame, but I'll watch anime all the time.
That's the other shitty
Yeah,
rap
Attack
vocab
on
that's
Titan is
popping
dope
out now
as
is
hell.
pause. Whenever somebody says something kind of
Psycho Pass
gay.
was pretty good from the
You ever
fall.
heard that one? Yeah.
No.
Psycho
And if
Pass
I
was
say,
great.
oh yeah, man, I carry a big stick or something, you go pause. It's fucking stupid.
I don't know.
It's,
That's
really,
the
it's
thing.
the same thing as no homo. It's really
No
stupid.
homo wasn't
Yeah.
in rap either. I don't know.
No, but pause was.
Yeah, pauses.
Oh.
I the only way I know about that is I saw, who was it? Like T-Pain or someone was like, this like retarded. Why are you guys doing that? Or someone, I don't know.
The fact that T-Pain has to tell someone that they're
Yeah.
retarded
Yeah.
kind of says something.
Did he say it? Is it like, you're retarded?
I liked his rap mixtape, Pre-Volver. It was good.
Like recent? Or?
No, it was before. It was the prelude to Revolver, which was his like newest album, I guess. I don't know. But Pre-Volver was really good.
Still haven't finished listening to Acid Rap, which is
Acid Rap
Don't.
is so
It
good.
sucks.
What?
It's
He's
so
such a
good.
bitch and his fucking that's so bad, man.
Why do you
I
hate it?
I still listen
He's
to the
not
first
a
song.
good rapper and he's so overrated.
He's not underrated either, though.
Oh, he's overrated though.
That was the joke.
I get it, but
He's like in the mid. He's rated.
no, yeah, he's rated and he shouldn't be.
He's good. I like him.
I still listen to like the
I don't-
first song on the album, and I still think like it's like a really cool sounding song. Like I listen to, I'm like, damn, this
Yeah,
is,
good
like,
ass
a
intro.
really good
It's
sounding
really good,
music.
yeah.
This makes my ears tingle with
He's
delight.
becoming the new Childish Gambino, but with
Yeah,
less
essentially.
skill.
Who?
No, I don't know.
Chance
I like him a little more.
No!
than Childish Gambino.
Fuck, they took down the
Yeah, I
dad.
don't
It's
really-
emotional.
I don't really like
Childish
Gambino.
Gambino's
Gambino
too
doesn't play
hyped.
him here.
That's what
Yeah.
I always hated about him. Everyone's like, oh, he's Donald Glover, he's Troy. Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. It's like, shut up.
He makes a couple of clever lines and he's okay, but he's rap for people who don't like rap.
Essentially.
He's Black Macklemore. He's Black Lamar.
That's really good.
But
There's
Chance the
nothing
Rapper.
wrong with that
I like
either.
Chance
No.
the Rapper.
No, it's not, but it's lame.
I know. I like Chance because he has good features
You know,
too.
rap
like-
is lame.
And he doesn't have shitty mainstream features.
Yeah, I
either.
don't like
he has,
rap or country. I like
He's got like
everything
Twista and
else.
Absol and like good features. Like he doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't pander to idiots.
He had Bronson though.
He had
so
Bronson,
he's-
that was
he's-
fine.
yeah, it's
I don't
fine.
like people like Bronson. Bronson's
don't
so
like
silly.
Bronson.
He's not good. He
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah, fucking Bronson, man.
He's just
Charles
fat.
Bronson.
He is. He's literally
Death
just
Wish
fat.
1
He's
to
just
4.
fat. That's
Death
all.
Wish 1 to 4 were classic films, but 5 and 6 ruined the series irreparably.
Nobody but you has ever watched a Charles Bronson movie.
Action,
Yeah,
Bron-
literally.
Action Bronson is the Ron Jeremy of the rap world.
Yeah.
I had a gym
He's
teacher
not-
named Ron Jeremy. My
Yeah,
gym
that's
teacher
good.
in
Did he have a
junior high.
giant dick?
Did he
We brought
tell
this
you
up
how to
recently,
get a giant dick?
But he taught us health, and then in an effort to
Oh,
make
sure
everybody
did.
feel comfortable about masturbation, he asked in class, all right, put your hands up if you masturbate. He put his hand up, and nobody else did, because we were in 8th grade, and nobody wanted to admit to it.
Well, you guys just made him feel bad. He thought
Yeah.
he was weird.
Yeah, he was
and
like-
you affirmed
I'm
him.
gonna be honest, though. There are better ways to address the topic to a
Was
a
there
class
boy-
of children.
Was there boys and girls in that class?
Yeah.
God, no, of course don't put up their hand.
Yeah,
No
I
guy
would
that's
have.
going, I would put my hand up, and all the girls are like,
Of course the girls wouldn't, but I would have. I don't know.
You think you would have?
I
I
wouldn't
think
have.
I
I
would
wouldn't
have.
have.
But back in the situation, it's like
Yeah, back in the
everybody's
situation,
looking
I would've.
around, and I think every guy knew that every guy did it, but
Yeah.
no guy wanted to be the one to stick his hand.
I would have been
Just-
the one that if I had
'cause it's
somebody
risky.
funny beside me, I'd be like, dude, can we just both? And he'd be like, we'd be like, yeah.
I didn't have somebody like that in
Yeah.
health class in grade 8.
Could have been there.
Alec
for
was
you,
still a
man.
little closeted back then, so I was kind of like, I didn't want to talk to
He
him
was
about
still in the
it.
closet.
Alec was still closeted back then. Me and him were the best friends in junior high.
Like you were in the closet together.
No, he was closeted. I was.
We had a guy in junior high he wanted to ask what a clitoris was, but he asked what
Oh, no.
celery was.
What celery? How does the teacher answer that?
I don't know.
it's like, well, it's a fruit.
We had a kid who
It's
was
not a fruit.
It's not a
Hey,
fruit.
you know what? This maybe tell us funny stories about you guys and your student teacher you had in grade 12, science 30.
Oh,
Jesus.
yeah, that
I
guy.
don't know
Like
the guy
that's
with
funny.
the springs in his shoes because he's so fat that he had to have springs.
No,
I remember
that was
that
another
guy.
guy.
What?
We never
Oh,
had
you mean
him.
the guy who was like he was like a student teacher for English or for social?
Yeah, he
No,
was
it's
for English.
science.
The
Yeah,
one
Fisk,
the fat guy was
Fisk
for
was
English.
the Fisk was the fat English guy. I don't
Yeah.
remember the science.
I don't know,
guy.
the
The
science-
science guy's like Mr. Woon or Mr.
I don't know.
Chang. or
He's
something.
impossible to really like. I don't know. His stories.
I
it's
can't
like,
really explain.
There's.
him.
He wasn't a teacher.
He
He
was
was
so-
so
yeah.
quiet and so awkward. I don't think he said a single sentence that made sense. And he was just the entire time like, okay, guys, I'm just. We're like, what? And he's like, an hour of nothing.
Is a hydrogen ion a proton?
Oh God, yeah, fuck,
Jesus
He's read the entire
Christ.
class. It's like at first it was funny because the teacher's mentally retarded. Okay,
It's always
but
funny
then
when teachers
the students are stupider, and they keep asking the same question, and he keeps answering the same way, and they just went in this circle for like an hour, and it was just like, I saw our real teacher at the back who was marking him, just like, oh God, fuck,
Yeah,
fucking
and then
Bill.
the whole time she was
Yeah,
like cringing.
just like,
She had to get rid of him.
She apologized after when she got him like kicked out of his school, like got him expelled and shit. She was just like, I'm sorry for that. He was not very good. And,
Well,
He was like in his final teaching thing though.
yeah, I don't know how he got that
well,
far.
not necessarily. I mean,
You know, like she said that he was in his final thing.
Yeah.
It might have been a final of something. Like
you go into your practicum in your third year of
Oh,
the
How
program.
many years?
4 out of 4.
That's pretty close to being done.
That's
technically.
pretty like you should be
okay.
pretty
Well, that's
confident with
halfway.
teaching.
Yeah.
But you think at that point someone would have been like, hey, that guy's retarded.
Yeah, maybe don't be a teacher.
Was he actually like fucking like?
Downsy?
Well,
I don't know. It's like,
certifiably.
it's either he was
Diagnosable.
normal
No.
and just like,
No, he's just awkward.
it's
And
so
I,
sad,
and I-
or...
He
I
spoke
have-
perfect English too. It wasn't like he was like foreign or anything. Like,
Mhm.
I have someone like that in my class who's like a really awkward Asian kid who brings like this weird K-pop girl like pencil case to class all the time.
Oh, I want one.
And he
Yeah,
always
that
makes
sounds
jokes
cool.
that make people feel so uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
One time,
what's his name?
the guy, I don't know his name. I do know his name. I'm not going to say it. It's not going to add to the story. You guys don't know
Does it rhyme with Austin?
him. No.
Okay.
Okay, we were going to watch like a PowerPoint in class, and our teacher turned the lights off, and then it was quiet, and everybody was just want to watch the presentation or whatever. It was a lecture, and he says, "Come to the dark side." Except there was no laughter whatsoever from the entire class.
I would have laughed.
And then 10 seconds later, he says, "We have cookies."
Yeah.
And then everybody's just like, "Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus." But this kid, he's just really awkward and makes jokes like that all the time.
That's like
and
the
it's
king.
Just like, you
The
will.
king?
The Lord.
Oh, the Lord.
The Lord,
Yeah.
yeah.
The Lord.
He goes to my school. I was
Oh,
like
no.
going to the bathroom the other day, and he was walking
Yeah, he
in
does,
front of
he
me.
goes, yeah.
And I was like, "Is he gonna go to the bathroom? Oh, I gotta go to a different one then." And he did, so I had to go.
Okay, I have a question. Do you know the loud guy? Loud Talking Tom? We call him Loud Talking Tom.
I don't
He's
think
a,
so.
a guy who
he's
goes
he's
to
a
your
bigger
school.
guy. He's really loud. He'll talk to someone.
His name's Tom.
His name's
Instead-
Tom. And he
instead-
talks.
No, his name isn't Tom. But
It
he
might be.
He kind of. I don't even know if he goes to a class. He kind of just walks around the hallways. But when he's talking to people, say in like the common area or whatever, he'll sit like they'll be sitting over there, and he'll sit right here, and he will yell at them from across the room.
I don't know.
And the other
this
day
guy.
he was talking about programming software. He's like, so yeah, we're gonna upgrade the network to the software, and then we're gonna add the difference to that, and we're gonna be really exciting. And I'm sitting there at the other end of the fucking building, going like, is he talking to me? Like, I don't know him. Like,
You meet
so
so
bad.
many fantastic people for travels.
DMIT is pretty bad for that. There is no girls in that entire program. There's like 2.
There's some in my class.
There's
That-
mostly
that
women in
matters, but-
education.
Same with
And in
ours.
nursing, which is the floor below
Music,
us.
education, arts.
Oh yeah, you guys are getting pussy, but we're getting jobs. Oh!
I'm getting a job.
Oh,
I already have two
I have
jobs.
pretty good
Yeah, me
job
too.
security. And
Fuck all of you.
Yeah.
In my, well,
Teacher is a
Alex,
really
though.
I
easy job.
don't.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
Isn't
Yeah.
the teacher market like totally impossible to get into right now?
No,
Not if you're
necessarily.
good.
Yeah, if you're good.
And there's
then-
gonna be listen, insider info. There's gonna be a lot of people retiring in 2016. That's our graduating year.
Why?
You know why? Because that's when they're
That's
changing.
your graduating.
That's
year,
when
not
they're changing
Retirement
pension,
age?
like the pension plan for
CPP?
for teachers. No, it's not the CPP. It's just for the teachers. Like teachers have their own pension thing or whatever.
mine. It's part of CPP, but
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's
It's a subsection.
the point is people are gonna want to retire in the year 2016. Like a lot of people will. Graduating year.
Cool.
not for me. I have 2 more years after that.
Oh shit. Never mind.
I'm starting mine over. I have 2 more years now instead of a 2-year program. I'm in like 3 years now.
You actually have to start all over.
I don't like. I have to start all over, but I have like really light course loads. Like my first,
Yeah, 'cause I
like
guess
out
you
of my
took
4
some
semester, my first one I have 2 courses. Second one I have 3. Third one is my hardest one. I have 4 courses, and then I have 2 courses in my last semester.
Web development's
That's
pretty easy.
ridiculous.
Well, it's also because
Yeah.
I
I
have a
had 6
bunch of
last
credits from
semester.
this year,
Yeah,
so it's not like I
exactly.
need to
You have
throw
a
in
bunch of
extra
stuff you
credits,
already did.
which is gonna make it really easy to run my business during those times.
I'm happy for you. Happy for your life choices.
Running a business sucks.
So that's interesting to us, but that should
I know, like
all
I'm
be
thinking,
cut
like
out.
nobody. Why
That would
anybody,
be
like,
really
Yeah,
uninteresting.
because it doesn't really matter about my semesters. Yeah.
You can cut it out if you want.
Who gives a shit?
But gaming kids,
Power thirst.
there's a
90s kids.
at a
90s kids, cool.
no, like we go to a tech school and
Remember
Where is Nick, by the way?
Cool J.
Nick is upstairs.
You know, it's a great movie. SWAT. SWAT with LL Cool J.
It's got LL Cool J
I
on
remember
there.
one scene where they were just like eating at a restaurant, and he's like, "Yeah," in a restaurant. It's like LL Cool J. He's got a 6-pack. He showed off a 6-pack in a restaurant. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this shit? Shit.
That was actually not scripted. He just did that.
The only thing I remember from
Like,
that
like that was actually the 30th take, and they like they all
That was
every
the
time
best
they're like
one.
LL please, enough with taking off the shirt. He's like, shit, okay, we'll
Just
do
do
this
another
time.
one.
He does it, and then it's just like, all right, it's 11 p.m. We're all tired. We have to start filming at 7 a.m. tomorrow. We're just fuck it.
The only thing I ever remember from one of his music videos where he does like the push-up, but he pushes himself all like hard enough that he ends up standing. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
It's like
so
he's
cool.
down and he just goes boom. So it's pretty cool. But he finishes it and then he just kind of looks at the camera. He's like, ta-da! It should have been like they're playing him off on the piano.
So he like ruined it.
I don't know, like, it wasn't even that so much, it was just more of a, I'm showing off because I can fucking do that or something, but it just looked so 90s, and so just, like, not LL cool at all.
I think they're doing their own podcast upstairs because everyone's sitting around talking.
Basically.
Or they could just be sitting around talking.
That's
Kind of a normal thing to do.
Yeah.
Favorite barnyard animal?
Sheep.
Owl.
Owl?
You failed the easiest question.
Owl.
Because if you fuck up, people
What are you
die.
being, Arnold Schwarzenegger? Owl. Yeah, fucking sheep, man. Sheeps are awesome.
Sheep? Oh, is that
Sheep.
a thing? Is
No,
it?
it's sheep.
Oh, sheep.
Do we know when the next Rick and Morty episode is being released?
Yes,
What
it's
the
in March.
What the fuck is
March
Rick and Morty?
6th, I think.
Why so
Huh?
long?
They just
What's
they
Rick
just
and
took,
Morty?
they
Oh,
started a
Rick
little
and
gap.
Morty's fucking awesome.
Rick and Morty is like one of the cool. It's like probably if it continues the way it is,
That's
it's
TV show.
It's destined. Yes, but it's exceptional because it's like it's exceptional. It's an
So is Game of
exceptional
Thrones.
Nah.
It's very hard to find people saying stuff that's disparaging about it.
It sucks. I hate it. It's stupid.
Yeah,
You
but they're
found me.
unfounded.
Yeah,
Unfounded.
I found it.
Listen, if I was in a situation
Listen.
where I like started watching it for whatever reason and liked it, then whatever. But I don't want to go to my way to start watching it.
Yeah, I always have trouble starting.
Like I didn't go on my way to start watching Rick and Morty. Like
Or
I
Breaking
basically
Bad
accidentally
either,
started
right?
watching. Then I was like, "Holy shit, this is so fucking good! I'm gonna watch it all in one sitting."
I'm still trying to
Morty
watch
is
The
really
Sopranos. Like, I only get through one episode at a time, so it's taken me like 2 years to finish the first 2 seasons. So like, yeah, good show though.
But yeah, Rick and Morty is fantastic. Like it is so funny. It is a really awesome cartoon. It could be the best cartoon. But I still think like my favorite cartoon on TV was like original Family Guy.
I
like
knew
the
you were
first-
going to say
really
that, and I
old,
was
yeah.
Like
I
the
hope you're
first,
gonna say
like
that, 'cause,
literally like the first 2 seasons Family Guy only.
Yeah, no, because I think like I don't know, Rick and Morty. It's like sometimes I laugh, but lots of it's just like it's just entertaining, but it's not
Yeah.
hilarious. all
But
the
in
time.
the,
it's
but
like,
I still think
remember there's lots of-
entertainment is the main thing for watching anything for me, really.
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily. Have
it's
to
hard
be
for
laugh
anything
out
to be
loud funny.
truly laugh out loud. Arrested Development, I think, is the only thing where it's like
I know, like that.
kind of
I
give the laughs.
exactly, and they couldn't even
It's
do it for season 4. Like there were very few like laugh out loud moments.
That's
in
because they
season
didn't
4.
have the big payoff.
All
They
of it was
built
just kind of
everything
like
up.
Yeah.
for every.
But they,
Yeah.
but literally, like the original Arrested Development, it was like they had tons of like laugh out loud moments, and it's so strong. It stands so strong still, especially compared to season 4.
I still really like season 4.
No, I did enjoy it. I still enjoy.
I still like it more than almost any other TV shows. Fourth season,
Anyone I'm
I
willing
guess.
to actually like try watching.
But I think it just really needed that last episode to pull everything together because it's like it all builds up for nothing, and that's probably the biggest problem.
6 seasons in a movie.
Someday soon, hopefully.
Anybody got any fucking cool stories from recently? Because I don't. I'm boring this time.
Yeah, I wish Connor was here.
Let's think.
Or Nick probably has so many good poop stories.
What happened this week to everyone? What'd you guys do?
I got shit on once.
This week?
Maybe. No.
Put like 28 hours into Bravely Default, and that's about
What's
it.
that?
game
DS,
came out. Yeah.
How do you
Or
have that much
TV.
time? Jesus Christ.
What do you mean? How do I have that much
No
time?
time.
What else are we doing? It's
Oh, it's
reading
reading
week.
week, sorry,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been working.
What
Reading
the
week's
fuck
so
else?
busy for me. The thing is, like, on my schedule, my guy's like, hey, you go to businesses and ask them if you can paint their business. I'm like, yeah, okay. He's like, get one lead. And then, like, we met up on yesterday, and he was like, yeah, you're not going to get any fucking business leads. Like, business sucks. You're terrible. Don't do it. But you're going to do it anyway because I put it on your schedule.
Nice.
I'm like, that makes sense.
Wait, did he say you're terrible?
No, he said it's terrible, but I wanted to put it in there for story effect. I'm trying
Oh.
I'm trying to appeal to Luke's storytelling standards because I want to make everything 30% better.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate the effort.
Yo, who's dime?
Yo, that's my dime.
Yo, dime.
I did a dime.
I'm never getting that back. That is never getting back. It's under the treadmill. I couldn't possibly get it back. Literally never.
Hey, you got it back.
I am never getting that back. Literally. Matt stole it.
Oh, let's wrap this one up then.
Okay.
Let's
This-
wrap.
this-
We're gonna
this
wrap
one
it.
up.
We're gonna wrap it.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna wrap it. Alex. Alex.
I don't want
Alex. Okay, you don't have to. I'm just gonna say Alex. What?
Alex.
Yeah, he's my Alex. I like him better than my
Alex.
Oh, Alex, he's my friend. He touches me on my rear end. Yeah, Alex, stick your face in my butt. Then we'll have a party at Pizza Hut. We're
What?
gonna have a pizza party. We're gonna go hardy. Then we're gonna go Smarty up in my butt again. More things in my butt, my friend. Smarties. Smarties.
Smarties in your bum.
Smarties in my bum. That's my new single called Smarties in my bum.
Speaking of Smarties in your bum,
Sim.
ass piss. What is that? Well, I know what it is, but like, have you guys like had it recently?
Like piss out my ass.
Yeah, like you know how like when you sit down and you're like, oh man, I gotta poop so bad. And then
Oh,
it's like-
yeah, yeah.
It's like blah 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 instead of like poop.
Yeah, like beer shits, but
Yeah,
like
like that.
without the shits, basically.
Yeah, it's just
ass
like
piss.
it's just water coming out of your ass.
Yeah.
That has
Yeah, we
never
talked
happened
about
to me.
diarrhea earlier. Like a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
like
times
super
diarrhea.
diarrhea.
Is
It's
usually
like
just
super
water.
diarrhea. It's
Yeah.
like it doesn't even have a chance to turn into diarrhea. It just is from the very get go.
You ever get the one where it's like your ass is sealed, and then it's just like, okay, wait for it, and you're like, huh, I think this is gonna be a big shit.
That happened to me
And
today.
then it's and it's
that
gone.
was today. I
Yeah.
was like, I feel normal.
And then it's like all
And
gone.
then it was like, oh, just a little bit, and then it was just like, and I was like, whoa!
Like a
I guess
fire-
I'm satisfied now.
it's like you
Shit.
popped a
Like-
fire extinguisher, man.
I had a time where I pooped so hard that the water kind of like went
so
around
hard.
it. It like touched my ass.
Yeah,
And I
that's
was like,
on
"Ah!"
splash
Have you ever
Ew.
had it stack out above the toilet water?
I've had
seat?
it.
Wait,
I had
you
I
splashback out of the toilet?
No, I've never had the
No, like
poop
where it, like,
stacked
piles
so
up.
high
Of
it's
course not.
above the.
No,
Yeah, no, my water level is like pretty low.
I
so
had
it
one
happens.
where like I was at a friend's
Ugh.
house and they had really low water level and the
Worse.
poop kind of like sat as like a bridge across from one end of the toilet to the other, but it was really
Ew.
gross.
Poop story. Okay.
This
Back
is-
in like
this is the
Well,
back-
this
it's
is the fucking
podcast.
podcast.
back in like grade 10, me and my friend Colton, we were at hanging out at the
Like this
at
one.
the mall. I guess probably all of you have heard this story one
Carry
point
on.
or another. We were just hanging out, you know, as grade 10 kids without much to do, without jobs and without cars. We'd go to the mall like those kids do. Not saying I'm proud.
90s kids.
Not
do,
saying
alright?
I'm proud of myself.
Get
Get to the fucking
Mom.
poop.
Just fucking tell the
So
story.
when it was at the mall, there were people, and the people were looking at us while we were at the mall.
And they sometimes shop.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
no. All right. So we both had to go take a shit. So we both went to the bathroom, and there were 3 stalls. One of them was the big handicap stall, which unfortunately was taken. And we thought, okay, well, somebody's eating that shit. Well, we'll just go to the 2 opposite stalls that were adjacent to one another, and we'll just each take our respective shits. The person who took the handicap call can have their handicap stall can have their shit, and we'll just have our shits. And then we were sitting there, me and Colton, sitting in our adjacent stalls, and we just hear like after sitting there for a minute, we just hear like. And then we both know that we both hear this, we're like, dude, we need to just see where this goes. So we're just sitting there. I think we both like cut our poo short and just like buckled up so we'd be prepared.
Buckled up.
But it kept going. Okay. and then it stops, and then we both lose it laughing hysterically. And we're just laughing louder than his poo. And we both know, he knows, we're on to him. And we're just laughing hysterically, so we like, get the fuck out of there, we run, we're laughing. And it's like, that guy had big shit. And it was a good day.
Yeah.
And then when we went around on my birthday that year, we were walking around because it was a PD day, so we didn't have school. We were walking across a bridge, like one of the bridges downtown, and there was like one sidewalk on each side of the bridge, and we were on one side, and then a homeless guy was coming like toward us from the other side. Okay, a bridge that's separated, like a sidewalk, and then a big separating wall, and the road, and then a big separating wall, and the sidewalk. It was like a chain link fence on where it separates the sidewalk to the road. This guy, a homeless guy, literally like yells at us across the bridge, and he's like, "Hey, you guys got any spare change?" It's like, what the fuck are we gonna do if we have spare change, you idiot? We're just gonna throw coins at him across the bridge.
That looks good, throwing coins at a homeless man.
Jesus.
Homeless guy, like 3 days ago, we were downtown, like the really sketchy part. Like it was
Is all
bad.
downtown really sketchy?
No, like down.
Some of it is.
Super downtown is fine. Like downtown, like Churchill.
Like around
Churchill's
Churchill Square
fine.
is
That's
bad.
fine.
Because
Yeah,
it's like
but-
art gallery. Yep.
Yeah, but this
Yeah,
was a
that's
little
fine.
bit further than that, where it gets super sketchy.
Yeah.
And so we had just finished eating, and so my dad and I were walking out because we were gonna bring the car around, so that like other people didn't have to walk in the sketchy neighborhood because I'm the fucking enforcer of the group or something. So we're walking along, and we see a homeless guy like a little bit further up, and there's two people in front of us. So he asks these guys, and he's like, "Hey man, you got like a dime or something?" And the guys look at him, they're like, "Dude, we had to beg for our dime." So he's begging from beggars. We're like, that's not gonna work. So then we keep walking. The guy sees us. He's like, "Oh, you guys got a dime?" And my dad like goes to his pocket. He's like, "No, I don't, but I got this." And he puts like $2.25 or something in the guy's hand. And the guy looks disappointed at first because he's like, "Oh, the guy must not have a dime." So he just takes it. And then like 3 seconds later, he looks down at his hands. And he stares at him for a second, just goes, "Oh!" And like starts shaking, just, "Oh!" And then like he covers up and he looks around. He's like, as if we had fucked up and didn't want to give him that much money. Like he looks around, he's like, and then he bolts it and he gets the fuck out of there. I was like, wow, we just made that guy's month.
I gave like $3 to a homeless guy on Saturday. Like I give money to homeless people
Same.
all the time. It's just like.
Yeah. Only
If
when
I have
change.
change, like,
I don't do that
I
out
don't
of
like, hey,
bills.
come to the bank machine. I'm gonna like.
Yeah, no, fuck
I don't do
that.
it out of charity. I do it as like a protection tax.
I do that.
I do it as I don't want these nickels in my pocket here, you dirty hobo.
I do it as I don't need them. So like here, have them. Like I don't care.
I've literally never been asked for change from a homeless man.
I got
Wow, that's
this
weird.
yesterday
Sometimes
at
really weird.
outside of a
Cheeseburger, it was cool.
7-Eleven, which was like, come on, man.
Yeah.
This
Of course
sucks.
I've changed, you
Yeah,
bitch.
but it's like I paid with debit, so I actually didn't have any.
Yeah.
But I felt like I was lying to him because I went in and came out with a bunch of shit, and it's like, "Oh, do you have any change now?" And it's like, "No, I still don't. I just have a bunch of chips and shit now."
You want some chips?
But
Yeah, well, but then you didn't want to give him the chips either, did you?
No, you're not gonna like just like stick your hand in my Doritos. I'm gonna
Yeah.
want the rest of these after you're done.
Oh, you know, I'm
Bag.
trying to give him the whole bag. Yeah, I'm not fucking letting him put his hand. I had a guy, and this was right outside the university, so he's asking all these students for money, which I'm like, well, that's a bad idea. Students are broke, but whatever. And so
Yeah, like at the train station.
yeah, at the
Yeah,
train
at the train
station,
station,
there's always
yeah.
them there, and it's like,
but
who gives you
outside
money
of the
here?
train station, not
Okay.
even down, which is the normal spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, outside. So he's like, "Hey man, you got any change?" I was like, "No, I don't have any. Sorry." And he's like, "Oh, you definitely have change." I'm like,
What?
No, I don't. And then I had my wallet in my hand already because I was gonna grab my bus pass out. So I just kind of showed him from a distance how I had no cash at all. I'm like, "Dude, seriously, nothing." And he's like, "You got plastic though," and I'm like, "You're asking me to pay you on debit? Do you have
Yeah,
a machine?
just
Dude,
swipe it through his ass.
am I gonna
Brazilian
Yeah,
homeless
they have
people
swipe
have
now.
credit card
Yeah.
machines.
Yeah, which is unbelievable. But like, I was like, yeah, sorry, dude, I'm not giving you money out of my fucking bank account. Like, suck a dick. Like, don't ask me for that shit. That's an asshole move.
Yeah, like I think I think the best thing to do in that situation wouldn't have been to prove that to show.
Yeah,
up.
usually it isn't. It's the fact
Like-
that it was already in my hand, and I was like, no, seriously, dude, I don't have money. I'm not a liar. But like, yeah,
But
I
that's
don't think he was
insulting
actually
and
homeless.
dumb.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like a homeless person like completely accost you? Like just be a douche to you?
No, I'm pretty nice to people, so.
Have you ever accosted a homeless person?
Oh, absolutely, all the time.
I'm a pretty nice person.
I murder homeless people all the
Yeah,
time.
I mean, I put them out of their misery. I'm being nice.
Man, Nick has a really good homeless story.
Oh yeah, that
No,
one.
he's already told this one though.
I know. I was thinking like, grab him.
I'm gonna grab Nick.
I don't
Keep
know.
talking about homeless stuff.
I had a guy come into work the other day, bought a pack of smokes, and he was absolutely fucked out of his mind. Like, he was the most fucked up I've ever seen anybody before. Like, he couldn't... It took him, like, 20 minutes just to get this pack of cigarettes, and then when he got it, he was just standing in there, like, looking at it and, like, turning it all over on itself and stuff, so we're like, oh, we can't get, like, the plastic wrap on the outside of it off. And then we thought, definitely that's what happened, because he's like, is there something wrong with these smokes? And we were like... I don't think so. Why? And he's like, well, on this side it says international, and on this other side it says international. It's like, are you not from Canada, or?
Hey guys. Nick's just showed up to the
Nick's
podcast
As
after requesting.
With Calvin and a
So is
magic
Calvin.
mug.
Calvin.
Calvin and the Magic Mug. That we need to make a cartoon series called Calvin and the Magic Mug. That could genuinely be a children's TV show.
Could. So could Hobo and the Pedophilia Kids. That could also be a kid's show.
Poop in the pool.
Stepping on it. Spreading it over.
Yeah, we're talking about homeless stories, and I remember you had a really good one from Toronto or something.
No, it's Copenhagen.
Copenhagen.
Yeah.
The homelessness poop capital. There was a
Shut up!
That's
Okay, well, I hope, out of pressure, I hope I can do it justice. Okay, so the story was that for 2 months, in grade 11, I guess, it was the summer after grade 11, I spent 2 months in Copenhagen. So that's where my dad lived.
Copenhagen is the capital of Denmark.
Denmark.
Denmark's the capital of
It's a
Copenhagen.
Danish country, the only Danish country.
Interesting fact.
So, yeah,
We're so good at this.
You could prank your friends with that one. In the Danish country, the thing is that no one there has cars, and my dad doesn't have cars either, so we had to rely on public transportation. And at the time, my dad had rented out an apartment separate from his own, which was like across town. You have to take trains, stuff like that. And it was about a month and a week in, and there's definitely a homeless population, which I don't understand because they're full socialist,
Yeah.
we're gonna give you a home, kids, and a family.
Yeah, like I don't see.
We're gonna give you kids and a family. They just come
You're homeless. Have some kids.
and a family and a home and a wife.
Who's the wife?
His wife.
Fucking commies.
Yeah, we don't live like that here. We had to take public transportation all the time, and there was one initial incident that pretty much scarred me a little bit with my mom. So there was this one specific bus stop we had to go that every time that I went to my dad's house, I had to come back. And there's always people that go to the bus stop. And I wish they could lay it out on the podcast, but the video is, I remember, like, the one time I told you guys this, I was, like, really drunk. And
Yeah,
it was, like, and I
verbally,
used, like, a
verbally.
diagram. And it was, so there's a corner, all right? And we're walking on this street that's pretty dead. There's no one. And then, so there's a corner right here. And I'm walking on the homeless side, or the side of the wall, right? My mom's on my right side, and we're walking tight to the wall. We're just walking, talking to my mom, just having a good talk, you know. And we're going around the corner, and like we're taking a tight turn around the corner, and we go around this corner, and there's this homeless man peeing with his dick out on like the side of the thing, and I almost get peed on because I'm literally coming around the corner, and this guy's got his dick out, and he's like. And he looks up, and he's mentally retarded. I could tell this guy was like mentally retarded after like the next 10 seconds. He goes, oh, like he goes like shrieks. He goes, ah, right. And then he has toilet paper in his hand, and he doesn't just whip his dick in his pants. He dabs his dick with the toilet paper, and then he puts his dick in his fucking pants, and then he starts like running the other way. And I'm sitting there with my mom. And my mom pretends like nothing happened. Where this homeless guy has like sexually harassed. Is that sexually assault? Sexual assault?
No, it's harassment. It's not
This is
assault.
sexual harassment, but you can still get like a title of a sexual offender. On
You can get a plaque.
You're a sex offender.
Sex offender.
You get a plaque, trophy, a medal.
Oh, that's awesome.
What is that?
Sorry, you were drawing things upstairs. I didn't mess up your deed. I didn't mess up your note. I might have added some things in the items. No, I'm a really bad drawer, and they're good. And then I was like, I was gonna draw an igloo, and then I was like, you guys can. And then they drew an igloo for me.
Oh.
Thank you guys.
So, speaking of that, I can't believe this has never come up with me, but like my sister used to do stuff at the Citadel. It's like the Edmonton
Yeah,
It's a
theater.
theater,
Yeah,
one of the biggest
it's like a
theaters.
really nice building, and like there's the pedway underneath and everything.
Yeah.
And my mom was taking my sister to like a dress rehearsal, and they saw this guy just standing in the corner.
No, the Citadel's actually really sketchy.
It's really
Yeah,
sketchy. Like
It's
the
really
pedway's
sketchy.
super
like, there's
sketchy.
security there that always monitors the washrooms. But
Right.
go, yeah, okay.
So there's a guy sitting in the corner after you walk through a door, and then there's the steps up to the Citadel, and he's sitting in the corner by the steps. He's just sitting there, he's like waving at people, just smiling hi, like you could tell he's retarded.
Yeah.
And then so they were like really confused because he was like asking people questions and like accosting people essentially. And then when they came down, like my mom had dropped him off and dropped my sister off, and then came back down the stairs. All there was just a bag, like full of shit. not like a grocery store bag and like a little bit of shit in it. It was like a burlap sack, like filled to the brim with shit. And she's like, "Where the fuck did that come from? Like, did he just shit in a bag? Like, was this collected? Did he carry it along with him and then just like, oh, well, fuck this place?"
Yeah, you can get rid of it. So he carried it until it got too heavy, and then he dropped it.
He's just waving at people. Hey guys. So maybe like he was so nice, he didn't realize he was shitting in a sack when he was waving. He just said, "Hey guys."
First, I'm wondering where he got a sack.
Maybe he was asking them if they had to poo, and he was collecting.
Come to my trailer, we'll get this poo thing.
No, Jody, just do it right here. Just do it right here in the pedway.
Nice. Look at the view.
It's a public demonstration.
Yeah.
Art.
Yeah. Fucking Edmonton hipsters.
I'm
not famous.
anymore.
That's what he uses the bag for.
Takes it off a lot of shit.
What is going on with him?
He's fucked.
He might be just like master trolling everybody.
I think he is.
Well, Luke had a good idea with X. We were talking about, if we do an Indiegogo campaign, what should our video be? And it was like, celebrities always help. He's like, what if we put a bag on our head and say we have Shia LaBeouf with us? And then it's just like,
that would be good.
And it's
that's
like,
a good
if
idea.
you've seen an interview with him, like from that like premiere, like he doesn't speak. He just sits there and doesn't speak.
Yeah, so it's like the easiest celebrity to
Exactly.
impersonate
So you just put it on anybody's head,
video.
literally, and then just be like, "Hey, Shia, what do you think? Why should we support this Indiegogo campaign?" And he'll just say nothing.
You gotta have some tears.
Shia, you got?
No, I think we should pretend like he's saying things.
Or we
like
can
a
get
great-
audio.
and then be like,
We get audio from his movies and splice it so that he actually
Okay,
like,
that could
knows
work too.
what we're doing.
It's like, what is he saying? Like,
What did he say in
Transformers?
Transformers? No. Hey, is it a bad idea to support us? No. Because that's what he says.
I
Like
put my grandpa's glasses on eBay.
in Transformers and in Disturbia, like half of what he
Even
says
Stevens.
is no.
Stevens, yeah.
We'll get some Even Stevens audio up in there.
Oh yeah, you got the entire Even Stevens.
How many seasons did that run for?
Yo, Odd Future
11.
makes fun of beans.
Even Stevens seasons? What?
Remember, Odd Future makes fun of beans all the
Yeah.
time.
It's like now he's got like a beard.
Yeah. Like, dude, I saw some Reddit posts where like some guys, people will party with him, like at like a university campus.
Yeah, I guess
He's
it's
the
like
coolest
famous,
fucking guy.
and it's like that's like the opposite of the guy who played Anakin Skywalker in Episode
Yeah,
1.
yeah.
How he like he's like so bitter against Star
yeah,
Wars
he
because
hates it.
it ruined his life.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I watched an interview with him. I wouldn't say he's bitter, but he's just kind of like, everyone comes up to him like, "Hey man, what does it feel like being a child star who's washed up?" He's like, "I don't wash up. I just don't give a shit." But he seems pretty normal about it. He's not like,
I
"Fuck this shit" or anything.
Yeah,
It's just kind of like,
because he's washed up.
I guess. I don't know. It seems like he isn't like, it doesn't, I don't know. He's tried to distance himself
I
from
would
it,
just like
but-
to say he probably didn't have a future regardless if you actually watch it. Now
Yeah.
this is pod racing.
No, this is fun.
Did Shirley Temple have a career after?
She's dead.
I know
Yeah,
she's
she
dead,
died.
but like,
Shirley Temple had a very
Did she have a
long
good
career.
career after
You know what?
the-
She was a national treasure.
She was all kinds of
She's
shit.
an ambassador.
Yeah.
She was an
all
ambassador.
kinds
She
of
made a
shit.
drink.
She was,
That's her legacy.
She also did blackface.
Yeah, she went.
Did you see that Tumblr thing on
Yeah,
Reddit?
that's so
Yes,
frustrating.
it was like they were like fucking Shirley Temple because in one movie in the 30s where she was basically puppeted by older
Yeah, she's
people.
4 years
she was-
old. What a
She did
racist
blackface,
bitch.
and it's like you can't blame this
Was this
4-year-old
a Tumblr
girl.
post or
Yeah,
what?
that's
Yeah. And it's like you
Tumblr.
realize she did a shit ton of like good things throughout her life. that
Tumblr needs to
support,
stop being
like, the
shitty.
drink.
I've never ventured the Tumblr except when we-
The thing is, I defend it to the death, but it needs to stop being shitty so I can
Because it's
defend
about
it
the
better.
demographics that are there, right?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
some of the demographics
basically.
are so bad. Like people like you can't make anyone on Tumblr happy. It's like they make a
they
female
need to be offended,
protagonist,
yeah.
but she's white, so too bad. Someone puts in a gay character, but they're
They're cis. They're cis.
Yeah, they're cis,
They're cis.
yeah.
You can't do this.
Yeah,
Cis. You can't do this character. You know,
it's
this
really fucking dumb.
And there's the
Oh,
same
no!
people.
Let him die. Let the lights like slowly.
Oh, that's
fade
our
out.
sign to like end this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Soon. But they hate Macklemore. They despise
They
Macklemore.
hate Macklemore, it's
Which
like,
makes no
why?
sense. It doesn't make
Pause,
any
pause
sense.
here,
But
Where's this? But I was like, and the whole song is like him. I kind of get it. It's him,
the whole
it's like,
song is him just saying like, hey, you know,
Gay's okay.
Gay is okay.
Like,
Like
I'm not. He's like, I'm not gay, but gay's okay. I just want to say that I'm not gay. Same love.
Which is like,
I'm
okay,
not
there's
gay.
nothing There's definitely nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I know.
But
I'm like-
Tumblr hates him because they're like, you think you can speak to gay people? You're a white, straight, cis male. You are the scum of the earth. Literally. And they say literally.
Yeah,
You know they say
Yeah,
literally.
they do say literally. And the thing is, I'm sitting there going, are gay advocates helping you guys at all? Like, who's listening to gay advocates? Like, who's listening to gay? The thing is, that's the thing with slavery. Who was listening to black activists? No one cared until like a white person or the exact opposite of what's being oppressed says anything. Nothing gets done.
And oppression back then was a lot different than what oppression.
Well, yeah,
now.
but don't tell that to Tumblr because they will compare the oppression they suffer day to day about not being able to sit comfortably on toilet seats
cafe.
because they're too fat. They will defend to death the idea that they are being oppressed the exact same way
100%.
slaves were being oppressed.
100%.
Damn right.
It's like, oh yeah, guys can't be feminists. They're just trying to get vagina. It's like, fuck you. You're
Isn't
retarded.
everybody a feminist? I thought that everyone's
Yes.
a little
Yeah,
bit.
everyone's
the
a
actual
feminist.
Welcome to 2014, where nobody's racist or homophobic anymore.
Well,
That's
yeah.
our age.
Below a
And
certain
old people.
below a
Except
certain-
old people.
It's like
Except old
part of the
people.
United
Old
States.
people.
exactly.
Yeah,
It's like
pretty soon.
anyone over 40 is the problem. You're preaching to like the wrong choir.
Yeah. What?
It's just
Or
like
you're
makes sense.
preaching to
It really
the choir. That's the phrase.
Yeah,
you're
you're
preaching to the
basically.
choir.
And then that's why we think they're dumb. It's because we're like, you're calling us racist and homophobic. It's like we don't do any of that. We just don't give a shit.
It's like yelling at someone, the sky is blue.
The sky's blue.
It's like it's like we're
What?
Shut up.
Did it work?
Shut up, Malcolm.
It's but it's like someone's just gonna tell you shit you already know. It's like yeah, and that's why I feel really bad whenever
Circle jerk.
whenever a feminist gets up in my face. It's like I know I'm sorry. I don't believe this. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't think you're shit. I think you're shit now because you're yelling at me. But that's because you're a shitty person, not because you're a woman.
Yo, this went serious.
Real talk.
Technically, it's still like.
That's where I excel. I don't tell
really,
good
this
stories.
is still silly. This is just a bunch of silly, dumb people being dumb
silly and
on
dumb.
the internet, and we're just calling them dumb.
And we love it. We fucking love it.
Love it.
We don't have to. We can watch. Once you get involved, you don't love it. You get fucking very angry. But
Yeah.
if you can, we can talk. Like right now, I'm having fun talking about the shitty people on Tumblr. It's fun to talk about.
Shitty.
But the moment we post it, and they're all like,
Yeah.
"We're gonna shit all over you
Yeah,
because
but the
you're
moment, like-
racist, gay,
Oh, yeah, have you talked about-
non-gay."
Have you talked like feminist Rooster Teeth? Have you been talking about this?
Yeah,
Feminist
yeah.
Rooster Teeth is ridiculous. It's like
There's a channel called Feminist Rooster Sheep.
there's a Tumblr blog called
Oh.
Feminist. Oh, there's also one called Feminist Cockbite, and that's just like which is weird that you're calling yourself Feminist Cockbite. It's like welcome to you fucking suck. You're just contradicting
You
yourself.
started off. in a
But they
bad
take
note.
out every single Rooster Teeth video that's ever released and take out anything that could possibly be like misogynist. Anything that could be possibly misconstrued, they take it and they post it and they
Is
go.
that a parody account or is it like?
No, it's
No,
No,
it's like
it's a real-
no, they're legit. They're like Rooster Teeth, hear our cries. They need to be less misogynist. It's like, oh my god, shut the fuck
They
up.
hire women.
They hire women. They have wives. They have they're normal
Yeah, but they're
people.
straight.
Oh yeah, but you're right.
So the rapists.
Yes, there's some people on Tumblr
Yeah.
who think that any heterosexual sex is rape. Like they genuinely
Yeah.
believe that. Like
Because
no matter
women
what.
can't make decisions
Yes,
for themselves.
I
'cause
know.
they're so
That's the
oppressed.
fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's so like anti-feminist the way that they think. It's like women have no agency. It's like they're only doing it. They only think they want to have sex because the patriarchy
thing is,
brainwashed them. into it.
Everything we don't say here has like no grounds for anything though. Because we're just a bunch of guys and one female.
Yeah, we're just a bunch of white guys.
Fucking feminist, man! Yeah, fucking feminist! Someone do me!
I feel like it should be noted that Nick did hand job gestures at everybody.
Yeah, plus, we're known for getting drunk and yelling at
Yeah,
games. Like, what the
yelling.
fuck do we
Okay,
know?
And calling things faggots and
Yeah.
we're
Well, that's just you.
Connor.
Just Connor.
Connor when he's drunk turns really
Yeah.
not good.
It's like fun for a while, and then he takes one more drink, and then it's like belligerent.
But it's not even like wait. I think doesn't belligerent imply it's hard to understand him kind of.
no,
No,
Because
belligerent is like funny, yeah.
he seems like
Stubborn
he's
and loud,
really
that's
eloquent.
all.
He's actually very eloquent.
Yeah, he's
despite his
still
drunkenness.
articulate.
Yes.
It's just
Like,
very
super
bad things to
aggressive.
He's
say.
very aggressive. Yes. Look at me when you talk to me, you motherfucking piece of shit.
He slapped Alex. He slapped Alex.
slapped
No,
me. He's like, moment of silence for Gucci Mane. I'm like, what?
And I keep watching that and I didn't know what happened, but I keep laughing for I think 30 seconds there. I'm just laughing my ass off because I saw that happen. And I'm like, what am I laughing at? I didn't. That's the problem with 11 drunk guys. We need face cam guys.
Shut up.
night vision goggle face cam. It'd be like if we face cam, we have to have lighting, and I like when it's darker.
No, we'll just have to invest in an Oculus Rift at some point.
If we bought like 12 cameras,
I was
or
gonna
11,
say,
I mean,
yeah,
it would
11
fucking
cameras
work.
and just
What
have
if
them
we-
all around? So, like the game is like just a little tiny.
It's like a Brady bunch.
Yeah, the Brady.
What we should do in 11 Drunk Guys Face Cam, but we'll all look completely not the part. We'll just be like,
In suits and stuff.
oh, I was gonna
Well,
say
but then, like, when
super
something
nerdy
bad
or
happens,
something.
we'll just not fucking react, and then the rest of the time we're like shitting ourselves and jerking each other off.
No, we should do it. We should do like a legit like behind the scenes, the making of 11 Drunk Guys, and it'll just be us in a room. Okay, guys, now wait for it. Okay, so say this situation happens. A bunch of fake ways that we make it so that they'll think we make it that way.
Yeah, we'll just
Okay,
be like
okay,
we'll
here's
have like coffee at a table, and water bottles.
Yeah, we'll have like a table reading. Yeah, it'd be so great.
15 minutes.
All right, so you guys have the script. Okay, now go through the
Can I just say one thing? I thought that we shouldn't have added, nigger faggot fucking Jew. Nigger faggot fucking Jew should definitely wait 15 seconds until you get fucked and you get raped by the monster. And then Maddie's gonna drop nigger faggot fucking Jew. You guys agree with that?
You know what? It's like that would almost be a fun like secret test to do is if we do a completely staged 5-minute 11 Drunk Guys, but we like script it, we get like the best gameplay for it, and then we like make every sound perfect, every joke
Can
the
we do
best.
that?
Why don't we
And just
release
see,
it?
What if it goes
Yeah.
viral? And then
Goes
we're like,
viral, and then
aha.
so we get to release it, and then the day after be like, did you guys?
No,
really
no,
happen?
we
Keep
delete
it
this podcast. we kill everybody.
11 dead guys.
Someone do
Then we
it.
can know our secret.
All I can say is those blinds are really fucking distracting.
Yeah, those blinds are fucked up. But
Was that the window Alec tried to open, or was it that one?
I don't know, one of them. Don't ever open a window down here. It'll sound the alarms because the
And
house
then
is
he's gonna have to
stupid.
call his mom.
No, I know how to turn it off.
Hey,
I know how
Lars,
to turn it
this
off.
still works?
Speaking
Yeah,
of
no,
alarms,
only on these two windows.
who has an extra key, and the manager there would have forgotten. Like, for example, I owe him $400 because I bought something off of him, and I told him I'd pay him in payments. I came in this Friday and gave him $100, and he was like, "Why?"
Wow.
He just forgets everything. He's like, "I totally forgot you were supposed to pay me."
You should have been like, because I like you. Walked away.
I'd be like, oh, I didn't mean to. This is not for you, Ference. It's for Florence.
Of
Okay,
Arabia.
quick question: What do you guys think? How do you guys think Ference is spelled?
Ference.
It's
like Andrew.
P-H-A-I-R.
Okay, so you guys were mostly right, except there is no e at the end.
Frank.
It's actually pronounced Frank. It's actually pronounced that. It's pronounced that. It's a Hungarian name. But he's like, people pronounce it Frank, but I want to be different, so I'm gonna call it Ference.
What an
cool.
asshole.
You need to fucking prick, right?
You need to sit him down and just be very frank with him.
You're fucking but he just fits in with Edmonton essentially. Like he could live on White Ave with that kind of thing.
Ference is a very black guy sounding name.
It sounds like
Yes.
Terrence.
Ference Williams. Or
It's like Pharrell, like
yeah.
Pharrell.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, he wants to be a DJ.
DJ. He's gonna forget.
No, that's the thing. Like,
He wants to be a
because
DJ.
the thing I bought off him, I bought like a Native Instruments machine, like those lovely, awesome things. I bought
Native
it off him.
instruments, like the drum and the.
No, that's the company.
Yeah, he bought some native.
So I bought a machine off him, and I was like, okay, so what are you gonna do with this $400? And he's like, I'm gonna buy the upgraded version, even though I never use this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'll take it.
That's a good idea. He's like, yeah, it'll totally be good for playing shows. I'm like, you haven't even made a song. How are you gonna justify spending $1,000 on like a computer controller?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Let's stop.
That's
Yeah,
really
well,
my
it's
show.
like I'd say, now's
We're at
a
an
good
hour and
time as
16
any.
minutes.
Sure, let's cut
Any
it.
to
We
cut
can
it
always
up?
do another.
No, we're gonna cut a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I talked so long.
You don't have to cut that much. Okay.
We have to
Yeah,
cut all
yeah,
the
just
names
having-
and faces and days.
Just having this one is
And
like
the
enough
Dulux
for
stuff.
tonight. Yes.
Oh, God.
Please,
I'll
guys,
swap
no
it-
security at all.
Leave the whole bunch
I'll
up.
swap it with like CIBC. Wait, the bank of
bank.
something. Yeah,
One time
Bank of
I
America.
got robbed, and then we just changed the locks.
Just change it to the name of a guy or something.
Ference. One time Ference got.
Okay, and it.
Bye.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Bitch.